Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm a little nervous today because I want to do something a little different. I want to be able to explain some things that I went through when I was in high school. My thing is though is I ended up writing it down so that I can express it a little better than if I were just to express it just all at once. It's not an easy subject for me. So here it goes. Have you ever had a friend that made you feel like you couldn't say no? Have you ever felt trapped in a friendship where saying no meant guilt, manipulation, or even losing them? Have you ever stayed quiet to keep the peace while your feelings got buried deeper and deeper? If that sounds familiar, I want to share a story of my own life where I went through that exact thing and how it took me years and a lot of healing work. I am reading, yes, but I am reading that stuff that has to do with me and it has to do with my heart. So I'm doing my best with it. And I appreciate you all for your kindness and your patience with all of it. It took me years and a lot of healing work through Compassion Key to finally understand what was really happening and how to break free from it. My name is Melissa St. Clair, and I'm a Compassion Key practitioner. And someone has walked through a lot of healing and transformation, especially around patterns of people pleasing, guilt, and self-betrayal. Today, I want to open up about a story from my teenage years that taught me some really tough but necessary lessons about boundaries, friendship, and standing in my truth. This isn't about blaming anyone, but more about the pattern I saw in myself and how I responded back then, and how it shaped the way I learned to love and honor myself. I was 17 at the time. There was a girl I looked up to. Her name was Tammy. She was 19, a little older, and at the time I didn't have many friends, especially ones that felt close. Tammy introduced me to her church, a Baptist church, where she and her parents went. I didn't grow up going to church much, maybe like 3 or 4 times with other people's friends. So it was sort of new for me, And I felt like I finally found a place where I felt like I belonged. At the same time, I had a crush on this guy named Carl. He was 16. He was funny, goofy. Met him at the bowling alley. Very sarcastic, and I loved it. I introduced him to Tammy, thinking we could be friends. We could all be friends. One day we were hanging out over at Tammy's house, and we were both flirting with him. The thing was, though, she knew I liked him, and she went off and actually ended up kissing right in front of me. Isn't it crazy? And of course he's kissing back, but it just seemed like both of them were trying to make me jealous or something. I don't know, but I was very hurt by it. I didn't say anything about it. I just held that in. The next day, she told me that she was mad at him because at one point she actually asked him out on a date and he said no. Some crazy stuff, I tell you, because here it is, she's supposed to be my friend and she's doing this. But okay. And she's, because of that, she ended up trying to make me feel like I shouldn't even be around him. That she tells me he's no good. But Carl told me the truth later on that he actually liked me. He actually liked me the first time he met me. And he respected the fact that I told him I was going to wait until marriage before I do anything with anybody. I was waiting, saving myself for somebody. It really made me feel seen. It made me feel respected and loved. So later on, something happened with Tammy. There was this big emergency, some dramatic stuff going on, and she had to leave and go to Kansas for some friends. And it's like, she left me having to do some responsibilities at the church by myself instead of something that we were supposed to do together. I understand things happen. I really do. Well, during the time that she was gone, I ended up talking with Carl, and we ended up making a date to go to the bowling alley. Well, the day that we were having that date, she decided to come back. Just out of the blue, didn't even say anything to me, didn't tell me anything. And we were at the church, and I was telling her that I'm going to go and bowl with Carl. She got mad. She got really upset, and she kept doing everything in her power to talk me out of going bowling with him. And until the point where she's telling me, let's go to the movies, let's go and get this, and let's do this. No. I already made this plan. She wasn't even there. I'm not going to change it. So I took her home, and when we got to her place, she's like, well, I really feel like I know where I stand with all this. She's feeling betrayed. Well, I'm trying to stand up for myself here, do my thing. Because there were a lot of things that she did do, very manipulative, that every time I kept saying no, she'd make me feel bad. And even if it was something I didn't feel right about, and then I did it because I was feeling bad, and I got in trouble multiple times. I needed to learn the lesson. So throughout the years, I felt like I wasn't allowed to say no to difficult people. I wasn't allowed to put boundaries up. And I felt like I was being disrespected. For the most part, I'm very easygoing. Very easygoing. I'm willing to do a lot of things. Try new stuff, whatever. But when there's times it's too much, that was when it was difficult for me to say anything. So at the time, I didn't speak up fully for myself. I didn't express how hurt I was by the way she treated me, or how unfair it felt that she could walk away and then expect to control my plans when she returned. The truth was, I didn't want to lose her as a friend. So I kept swallowing my feelings. I let the guilt decide for me. I thought if I keep the peace, I didn't rock the boat, I wouldn't be abandoned. Fast forward to adulthood. After years of these kind of patterns repeating in my life, I found myself in a similar situation with someone I thought was a friend. She did not tell me to not be friends with anyone, but when I did make choices that she didn't like, she made me feel like I betrayed her. There was other things that she felt betrayed by as well, the things that I did. I understand that. That's when it hit me. It wasn't just about Tammy. It was about me. I'd been giving my power away because I didn't feel I was enough without people's approval or even people's support. I didn't believe I could say no and still be loved. It wasn't until I began doing some deep healing work, including compassion key healing, that I started to see the roots of of these patterns. Compassion key allowed me to go back to those younger parts of myself, the 17-year-old girl who was scared to lose a friend, and give her the love, the voice, the boundaries she never had back then. It helped me to forgive myself for the ways I've abandoned my own truth, and in order for me to keep the peace. It helped me break the cycle of attracting people who wanted to control me or make me responsible for their feelings. And most importantly, it helped me realize that I didn't need to fight, scream, or get defensive to stand in my truth. I can lovingly and firmly say, no, I'm choosing what's best for me. And that is enough. But between the compassion key healing and the Toastmasters club that I'm doing now, because I learned that it's about the communication. It is about the speaking up and being able to speak up in a way that is still respecting me and respecting whoever I'm talking with. So if you're someone who is stuck in people pleasing mode or felt like you've lost your voice in your friendships, relationships, please let me know. Actually, please know that you're not alone. You're not alone in any of this. There are so many people out there who have actually been dealing with this or not dealing with it. They don't know how to. And I'm here to help because that's what I love to do. You are worthy of standing in your truth. You deserve to honor your yes or your no. You are allowed to do it with love and compassion for yourself and others. If this story resonates with you and you feel like you need someone to hold a safe, loving, non-judgmental place for you, I'm here. I'm really here. And it's exciting for me to be here for you because I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. It's not fun. And everybody deserves a second chance. And everybody deserves a chance to change for the better. Remember, Your voice matters. Your feelings matter. And you don't have to abandon yourself to be loved. If a person doesn't show you the respect that you deserve when you say no, then they're not a friend. So I am here to be fully true with you. If you would like to get in contact with me and to be able to make an appointment, or even if you just want to talk, I will go ahead and put my email address down below. I will also go ahead and put my Calendly link on there down below as well. And make that appointment. I will find a way to make it available to you in one way or another so that you get to be seen, that you get to be heard, that you get to feel the love that you deserve. And I thank you for watching this video. I thank you all for the love and support that you give. Very exciting, and I'm very honored. I appreciate it very much. May all of you have the best day you could possibly have in some way or another. Thank you. Namaste.